We're here at the Brynaglaw car park just outside Capel Cirrig, and we are heading up Shabot today, a mountain that I've probably driven past hundreds of times. It's in cloud at the moment, but never actually been up there, so this should be an interesting one. I don't think you can tell at the moment, but it is trying to snow. Very small flakes. It's about minus half a degree at the moment. So yeah, we're running a little bit late, so probably shouldn't be wasting my time filming, but need something for you guys to watch. How you feeling, Dad?
A man in his natural element, so I'm up and at 'em. Pressures, I thrive on pressure, so we're late now, so it's starting to spindrifty come down. So there's a technical term, spindrifty.
Yeah, you won't read that in any of the climbing mags. Well, you can just see a bit of snow falling, but our main issue at the moment is ice on the ground. It's getting on for 9 o'clock and we're a little way off yet. Still haven't reached the summit ridge, which is just at the top there. Really, I mean, we're coping, but ideally I would have liked to have had crampons with me today. The error on my point. I mean, it's not so bad when you're in places like this and you can move across off the path, and it's just hard underfoot, but when it's narrow and kind of gully like, you can see where the water's been pooling. It's just, well, thick ice, sometimes 2, 3, sometimes 4 inches. So I've been marking where we are on the map as I go, but I've just started taking waypoints as well with the GPS, because as you can see, visibility is not great at the moment, and if that closes in, then that's going to cause even more problems. You can see what Dad's coming up now. It doesn't look too bad from here, but had I packed my crampons and ice axe, I think I'd have probably got them out to use them, because I was following a line of kicked steps from a previous ascent, probably several weeks old by now, which was very kind of them. It made life a lot easier, but I ended up kind of stranded in the middle of this very, very thick ice section, and well, I had to retrace my steps, and then going down is always more difficult than coming up. Had to kick some more steps and traverse across, so yeah, heart was in my mouth at one point there. Felt a little bit exposed, but I'm at the top now. You can hear probably the wind's just picked up, and Dad's just coming through. I reckon his poles will make things a little bit easier, but once you're on that grass, it does seem to be more pleasurable. So we'll get up here, we'll get the bivvy shelter out, get the sit mats and get the brew on, and then we'll do another video. So we're here.
Boy, are we lucky to be
We're
here.
in our bivvy. Yeah, a little bit hairy at that last section. Should have had our crampons and ice axes. So if anybody's come up from the Brynaglaw side and up the gully that we just came up, then if they haven't got, like I say, axes and crampons with them, they're gonna find their pulses rise a touch.
It's doable, but it's not ideal, and you wouldn't want to take a slip from there.
No,
yeah.
A slight mistake, and sorry about this.
We're not hamming it up. It was really scary.
A slight mistake, and I would have taken a tumble and could very easily have taken Dad out. So it's been a series of forgetting today, really. I forgot my gloves, so we had to go back, which made us late. Turns out that I'd forgotten ice axe and crampons, because we could have done with them. And Dad, we've also turned out...
I'm in the pit of despair, mate.
We forgot tea bags.
Sugar, hot water, milk, no tea bags.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. I'll give you that. Yeah. So Dad's gone. He's having his black, or clear, as I should say, and I've got a spot of milk in mine. So we're getting our sugars in and we're getting hot liquids in us, but
strangely,
tea bags would have been nice.
You know, it almost feels beveragey, doesn't it? Maybe because we've had a near-death experience, Rich. We find pleasure wherever we can now.
I think you are classed as hamming. I think you are hamming it up now. So what time is it? It is. I'm very cautious. I'm going to spill this tea. 10:30. So you've got an hour and a half.
Oh, and don't forget the classy shelter now.
Oh, I'm going to do I'll do the shelter. We'll do the shelter. Yeah. So you've got an hour and a half. I don't expect to see anybody before 11 o'clock, based on the conditions. There are several routes that people could take, so it'd be interesting. You might not see anybody else on the mountain, but there could be competition out there. So we will wait and see.
We're okay now. We're happy now. We're happy.
Well, I just popped out the shelter to video the shelter really, and I spotted this gentleman. Well, I'm not sure if it's Ollie from Open Door Adventure.
Oh, bloody hell.
He's putting on a bit of a run now, which is nice to see. Can't see anybody else on his heels.
Well, that's good.
He's got about another 50 metres, I think.
To get that t-shirt.
Yeah, Ollie has been desperate to get a t-shirt for a while now. The snow's coming down a bit heavier now too. No doubt in a second we're all going to be inside this bivvy shelter. Is it him?
It is him.
So it's 22:11. Hour and 40 minutes. Good effort. Alright, Ollie.
Well done, because there's been a lot of angst about you getting that t-shirt, isn't there? Yeah? Come round here, let's get a shake of hands. Bloody hell.
Catch your breath.
Well done, Ollie.
Oh, thanks.
Say the magic words.
Yes.
No.
Come on. You've got a few minutes that you can think about it.
Ollie's just had to phone one of his mates that's won before to get the 3 words that we're looking for.
What's the magic words that we have to say? Strong Pavilion. Cheers. As always.
Well, see, good job we had phone signal.
Yeah, I won.
For anyone new to watching, it's not just the first person that gets to us. They have to say those words. They have to say strong, tough, resilient. So when Ollie looked blank at me when I asked him what he had to say, a bit of panic crept in, I think. So I've left Ollie and Dad inside. This is our new shelter. The last one, they'd given us 15 years service, but it just started leaking some water. Some proofing had come off it, so we made this, and we've made it much bigger as well. So probably get 6 people with all their gear in there quite comfortably. So that was an interesting scenario. He got up here first. It took him an hour and 40 minutes from the bottom. He left the car about 10 o'clock. You can see the clouds coming now. But he didn't. Well, I think he didn't know, but I think he forgot to set what the words that we were looking for. So fortunately, he rang a mate of his that's been on it before as well, previous winner, and was able to tell us strong, tough, resilient. So it's getting on for 11 o'clock. Got another hour to go before we depart. Will we see anybody else? Not if the cloud stays like this. Well, not until they get on top of us anyway. But we'll see. See ya! Off he goes, heads off into the cloud, back down. He's heading over to back to Pete's seats now, which is where he was when he got the grid reference at 9 o'clock. And hopefully he'll reward himself with a big mug of tea and a decent plate full of food. Well done, Ollie. So we've got about an hour now, I think, left to see if anybody else pops up, or whether Ollie was the strongest, the toughest and the most resilient person on the hill today.
Yeah, the only guy who felt, yeah.
Only time will tell. Well, the clouds lifted briefly. We're just making our way down to 12 o'clock. We did have another participant, Paul, who's won the last 2 months. Say hello, Paul. He's feigning crying. He joined us, so we've had a brew, and we're descending together. We're not going to go down the same way as we came up because, quite frankly, well, could so easily have an accident that it would be irresponsible of us. So we're going to just go down here a touch and then veer left down towards the forest, and then back down to the car park. It sounds like Paul's parked in the same place that we have. So yeah, we'll just enjoy and if the cloud stays lifted like this, it'll be a very pleasant, if not a little cold, descent.